Arkansas is at Ole Miss. This line is about 9.5. This game is 7 o'clock Eastern time on ESPN from Vaught Hemingway Stadium. Ole Miss, they've already had a tough road win, 7-point hard-fought conference win on the road at Kentucky. That was pretty impressive considering how they started in the game with a couple picks by their brand new quarterback. And for Arkansas, everything's been statistically amazing. But two completely overmatched opponents, we're not really sure exactly what to make of them just yet. You look at the game in 2024, Ole Miss won that one 63-31, and it was the Rebels' passing attack that set records and exposed that Razorback defense in pretty catastrophic fashion. Sam Pittman is Arkansas's head coach. His offensive coordinator is Bobby Petrino. And Arkansas's offense numbers are among the best in the country so far, nearly 600 yards per game on offense. They're fifth in scoring at 54 points a game. These figures were against Alabama A&M and Arkansas State. So those are two of the more gettable defenses that the Razorbacks will face all year. Their defensive coordinator is Travis Williams. He does a fantastic job. For Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin, since taking over in 2020, they have established Ole Miss as one of the best offenses in the entire country. They lead all FBS programs in total yards per game dating back to 2020. His offensive coordinator, Charlie Weiss Jr., does an amazing job. His defensive coordinator, Pete Golding, one of the highest paid defensive coordinators, worth every penny. He has transformed that unit to a group that was at one point a liability in Lane Kiffin's tenure to being one of the best in the country on a year-in, year-out basis. Arkansas's Taylon Green is a super dynamic dual-threat quarterback. Spectacular numbers against lesser competition, has accounted for 750 total yards and 11 touchdowns. Does have one on the ground, 10 through the air. The 64-yard touchdown run against Arkansas State was kind of a clear demonstration of how he can break the game open if you give him the open field. He hit 20.7 miles an hour on that run, which is a lot for a quarterback that is a big boy. He's not small. He's not skinny. He's a big boy. So to hit nearly 21 miles an hour, that's pretty significant. He does have 2 interceptions to his credit, a little loose with the football, a little careless. He is prone to occasionally trying to force big plays at inopportune times. So keep an eye on that. He's going to have to be smart against an opportunistic Ole Miss defense. Ole Miss's Austin Simmons, first-year starting quarterback, really talented thrower. He's got a lot of arm talent, but he has had some big mistakes in the first 2 games. So far, the biggest thing with him, he's got to understand when a play is dead. If it's a bad snap, off the mark like it was last week, low and away, on the ground, pick it up, throw a pick. Bad pressure up front, poor protection. He's about to get hit, forces it over the middle, intercepted. He has 4 interceptions, does have 5 turnover-worthy plays, and those interceptions will be challenging because against a team with legitimate offensive firepower, playing from behind could be problematic. So he's got to make better decisions, but he is remarkably gifted with the ball in his hands. He did hurt his left ankle last week, his left leg last week. Will it have an impact on him? That's something worth monitoring as they head into this game. Question number 1. Can Ole Miss continue to lean on Kewan Lacey? Now, he's a sophomore running back. He's been the workhorse. He leads the SEC in rushing attempts with 44. He leads the SEC in rushing yards at 246. He also leads the SEC with touchdowns at 4 on the ground. He's rushed for 100 yards each of the first 2 games. In the last 30 years, no Ole Miss player has topped 100 yards in each of the first 3 games of the season. So history sitting there right in front of Kewan Lacey. I think he is the guy that makes them different this year compared to where they were last year in 2024. They did not have that go-to guy in the run game. They did not have that difference-making running back. Kewan Lacey can absolutely be that guy. Question number 2, how effective can Arkansas's rushing attack be? Now, their running back, Mike Washington, has been really efficient. Explosive, near 11 yards per carry. He's complemented by a powerful bruiser in Braylon Russell. First 2 contests, they averaged over 257 rushing yards a game. That's tied for 17th right now in the FBS. And the offensive line, second-year offensive line coach Eric Mateos, they've been good. They have averaged 11 yards per rush before they even get touched for the most part. And they're averaging getting touched 3, 4, 5 yards downfield. So the offensive line has been up to the task this season so far. The Ole Miss defense, big overhaul. They lost 4 key players in the front 7 defensively to the NFL draft. They are currently 113th nationally. They're giving up 181 rushing yards a game. They are bottom 10 in stuff rate, which is a problem, meaning that backs are getting to the second level before they get touched. That's an issue. So the focal point of this matchup might be the matchup between the center, Caden Kittler, and Ole Miss's defensive lineman, Xavier Harris. He's 6'8", 330 pounds, co-defensive lineman of the week in the season opener. I wouldn't be surprised to see him line up right over the center throughout most of this game. Pete Golding wants to utilize Xavier Harris's versatility, move him around different positions on the defensive front. I think he'll try to exploit that matchup there right in the middle of Arkansas's offensive line. Question number 3, can Arkansas play keep away? By establishing the run, Bobby Petrino can kind of control the clock, control the tempo. That will limit the amount of possessions that Lane Kiffin and Charlie Weis Jr. have to kind of create some explosiveness offensively. That'll obviously also keep the Razorbacks' own questionable secondary off the field. So Arkansas's offense might have to play a little defense in this one, because I do think this offense for Ole Miss can create a lot of big plays. That's question 4. Can Ole Miss continue to manufacture big plays? Last year, I talked about it, 63-31. Ole Miss threw for 515 yards in that game. That's how many Jackson Dart threw for. And it led to a complete offseason overhaul of the Razorback secondary. They went out, they aggressively used the portal, they wanted more size, they wanted more speed in the back end defensively. They go get Julian Neal from Fresno State, Connie Walker from Oklahoma, Jordan Young from Cincinnati. This Ole Miss offense, even though they've lost key receivers, they are still super committed to trying to throw the ball down the field. And Harrison Wallace has been outstanding. He's the primary deep threat. They'll utilize him on double moves. He's averaging 27 yards per reception so far this season. Question 5, if Arkansas struggles in coverage, can the pass rush get home? Now, there have been some promise so far from Arkansas's front. They had 4 sacks against Arkansas State. Linebacker Xavier Sori has been one of the better linebackers in college football the last couple of years. He's got team-leading 16 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, shares a sack, an interception, 2 quarterback hurries, and a forced fumble. He's elite. He's got length. He's got athleticism. He also can be used in a lot of different ways. He can be a traditional off-the-ball inside linebacker, but on pass rush situation, he can move to the end of the line of scrimmage and create problems off the edge. And then question 6, will this game come down to a big mistake? Ole Miss has not generated a lot of takeaways. They forced just 1 turnover through 2 games. Now, Arkansas has shown the ability to pressure the quarterback and create turnovers. 4 sacks, 2 interceptions against Arkansas State by itself. So does it come down to a big mistake, and which side do you trust more in that scenario? Betting trend in this game, Arkansas is 7-1 against the spread on the road since the start of last season. Arkansas is 22-11-1 against the spread as an underdog under Sam Pittman, 15-5-1 against the spread on the road under Pittman, and 13-4 against the spread as a road underdog under Pittman. I'll take Ole Miss, but I think this game will be closer than the experts think, and I think it has a chance to be pretty high scoring. I like both offenses that'll be on the field.